Hello students, let's quickly go through a short summary. Chapter 13, The Value of Work, highlights the dignity, purpose and importance of different forms of work in society. It begins with Swami Vivekananda's message that any work, when done with dedication and sincerity, becomes a form of worship. Through the story of Anu and Kabir, the chapter introduces various professions and daily contributions made by people around them. Geeta Auntie, an Air Force pilot. Kabir's grandfather, a retired BSF officer who now teaches neighborhood children and helps with household tasks. Anu's parents, who run a garment shop. Her mother, who also volunteers to teach knitting. And her brother Rohan, a software engineer who spends weekends teaching computer skills to underprivileged youth. All these examples show that people engage in different kinds of work, each valuable in its own way. The chapter classifies these activities into economic activities which involve earning money, such as business, farming, government jobs, or factory work, and non-economic activities which are done out of love, care, support, or service, such as cooking for the family, taking care of elders, or volunteering. Through Anu's family, the chapter explains how the same person may engage in both types. Rohan earns a salary for his software job, economic, but volunteers to teach youth for free, non-economic. The chapter then shifts to Kavya's visit to her aunt's village, giving more examples of economic work. Road construction near the village shows technicians operating bulldozers, engineers planning the highway, and laborers doing ground-level tasks, all of whom are paid salaries or wages. Kavya's uncle works as a skilled operator in a construction company, and her aunt works at a post office while also teaching students online for a fee. The chapter introduces the concept of payment in kind, as seen when Sahil, a farm laborer, receives part of his wage in the form of mangoes, equal in value to money. The story then explains value addition using Kavya's father, Rajesh, a carpenter, who buys wood for 600 rupees and sells a chair for 1000 rupees. The extra 400 rupees represents the value added through his time, skill, and labor. This helps students understand how economic activities transform raw materials into more valuable products. The chapter then emphasizes that non-economic activities, though not linked with money, are equally important and essential for society. Acts of seva, selfless service, are highlighted through examples like langas in gurudwaras, where volunteers serve free food to everyone. Such practices create a sense of community, compassion, and gratitude. Another example is the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, which relies on collective participation to keep surroundings clean. People contribute by cleaning their homes, neighborhoods, public parks, and streets, showing how teamwork improves the entire environment. The chapter also mentions Ven Mahotsav, a nationwide tree planting initiative that brings communities together to protect forests and raise awareness about the importance of trees. These examples illustrate how people's unpaid voluntary work strengthens society and supports environmental well-being. The chapter concludes by reinforcing 3 key ideas. 1. Economic activities generate income and contribute to the economy by adding value at each stage of production. 2. Non-economic activities provide emotional and social value, nurturing family and community relationships. And 3. Both types of work, paid and unpaid, are essential for a happy, functioning society. Whether someone is a pilot, technician, farmer, shopkeeper, teacher, carpenter, volunteer, or caregiver, everyone's work has dignity and contributes to the well-being of individuals, families, and the nation. Ultimately, the chapter teaches students to appreciate all forms of work and recognize the value that each person adds through their efforts. Thank you for watching. Learn smarter and practice better. Download our app.